So here we are in nature. Love it, of course. Last time I said I was going to carry on with the fourth dimension, which I suppose I will be. I hope this is getting through to some people. I hope so. I know it will to some, so I'm happy. Fourth dimension, what was I going to say? It was going to be time, ages, and movement. Let's start with the simple one-ish. The ages. I'm just going to go for a walk, by the way, around the woods. Ages. There are many different ages here. At the moment, we're in the age of the Aquarius. We've recently moved into it, although there is some controversy on that. With good reason, but I believe we've moved into it now, or are currently in that moving process. So that's something to look up. I'm going to go a different way actually. I'm going to go back up here and then circle back. So yeah, that's something to look up, something to sort of read around. Age of the Aquarius. Yeah. But no. Time. Let's see. First of all, time as in what you have on a clock, on a watch. That simply and obviously measures the Earth's rotation. So night and day. It's quite useful. Quite a good construct we've made. I use it, so does a lot of other people. It's useful. But time, on a grander sense, is a little bit weirder. Because there is no then or when or going to be. There is just now. There is just the present moment. We are always in and moving around the present moment. So let's which way? This way. Yeah. Because, well, not because we in our current manifestation are three-dimensional, which I've went over before, and which is quite obvious to, I hope, all of you. So with the fourth dimension being time and movement, it makes sense. We think of it geometrically. We think of a three-dimensional cube and a four-dimensional cube. Three-dimensional cube is a box. It is a standard object. Same with other 3D things. My head is a few odd shapes actually, but like circular, rectangular. It's three-dimensional. Fourth dimensional cube is a cube that goes within and around itself. Just look it up. Look up tesseract or fourth dimensional cube. You'll see the smaller cube expand, become outer cube, and the outer cube contract and become the inner cube, and so on. Flow. So with the fourth dimension being time, you can see how it is constantly around the third dimension anyway. So yeah. Movement. The fourth dimension is quite amazing for this actually. It allows this movement to happen. Because if we were just three-dimensional, we would just be just whole objects just doing nothing. Kind of a nothingness, in a way. Which, you know, there's no life there. With the fourth dimension, there's movement, there's a breathing. There's life, there's movement. Now, movement is not constricted to the fourth dimension. Movement is a very generic thing anyway, but the reason I would acclaim, whoa, slippery bit of hill, the fourth dimension to be movement, is because, well, I'm three-dimensional at the moment, so, you know, movement to the first dimension, well, movement to the first dimension is the second. So really the second dimension is the first movement, but the second dimension is the creation of light, which is vibration, which is movement anyway. Fourth dimension allows you to move around the three-dimensional thing that was made from the light vibrating from the movement of the second dimension through the first dimension. So through being third dimensional and knowing of the fourth dimension, which is around the third, and knowing that we are multi-dimensional beings, we can now try to tap into this. Right. Thorns. Now I've got to try and get through this. I'll get there. But there's thorns. So I'm going to have to step carefully. So with the fourth dimension being movement and around the third, it's quite useful upon awakening to realize this other dimension, because a lot of people, you know, as we are third dimensional, we naturally base everything off of our three-dimensional experience, which is common to do. I mean, I do it. It's not wrong to do it. It's just how we naturally perceive things at the moment. Knowing about the fourth dimension and movement allows for this growth, this growing process. The knowing that we are whole and we can move independently, dependently with the whole, kind of thing. Where is it? This tree is amazing. It is quite big. Used to have a bee's nest in it, but I think it's a bit damp for that right now. So that was just a little taster of the fourth dimension. Please go explore, go just expand. Use this movement, use this growth, use the essence of growth at this time. important at this time. Age of the Aquarius, among other things. Now, we are in the now. We're present, we are around, we are within, we are whole, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. Namaste.